Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I am here to do Christy's Beautiful Life Scrappy tag. I was tagged by Moira to participate, so basically it's kind of a little questionnaire. The idea is so that the scrapbooking YouTube community can kind of meet all the new YouTubers and do a little face-to-face, which I actually did my first face-to-face at the beginning of this month, so thankfully that helped me calm down a little bit for this one. Not quite as nervous as I was before. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the questions. I have 10 here. And then anybody, this is me tagging you. So if you are a YouTuber who scrapbooks, and even if you're afraid to do the face-to-face thing, I'm challenging you, I'm tagging you. This is your tag to do this. So if you do it, just use the hashtag #CBLScrappyTag, and I will link that in the description as well as all the questions. So I'm just gonna start going through it and we'll see how we go. So question number 1 is, what brought you to scrapbooking? So I actually have a few family members who scrapbook. The first one I knew about was my mom. She started scrapbooking when I was in middle school, I think. So I tried to scrap along with her. It was kind of our mommy-daughter time. So I think I was probably 11 or 12. It took me like months to do one page because I would just stare at it and not know what to do, and my mom would basically have to do it for me because I thought her pages always looked so beautiful, and I was always kind of like, mine don't look like hers, they're not good enough. So it'd always take me forever to get a page done. So I still have that scrapbook, but it didn't take very long for me to kind of give that up because it took me so long to do a page, and then I still wasn't happy with it because I'd always compare myself to my mom. So I stopped scrapbooking. My mom still did it. But then actually, how long ago was it now? 4 or 5 years ago, I decided I would make a scrapbook as a present for somebody. And in the process of making it, I was like, I'm really enjoying this. And I actually did it at my mom's house, and she had to help me a lot in the beginning. And then I actually started looking at YouTube videos and watching process videos. I'm telling you, Mercy Tea Hour, she basically taught me how to scrapbook. Anything I didn't know from my mom, I learned from her. So she basically taught me how to scrapbook, and that's kind of how I found the whole YouTube scrapbooking community, was trying to find ideas for what to do for my page. But I'd realized once I had finished this gift for this person that I was really missing scrapbooking, so you know what, I'm going to pick it up again. So I started scrapbooking again. So that's kind of how I got back into it. I also have a few aunts that scrapbook. I remember my godmother's one of my aunts, and I remember whenever we visited her, I'd always pull her scrapbooks out and look at them. One of her daughters also scrapbooked. I don't know if she still does, but I always really enjoyed looking at what she did too, so that's a very fond memory. But number 2 is, besides your immediate family, what do you like to scrap about most? Example, vacation, nature, your obsession with coffee, etc. So I'm going to include Billy and Marcus in family because they are family. So I would have to say, I think, like, experiences. Like, yes, vacations, but more than that, like if I did something that was cool, I want to record it. I remember like a lot of cool kind of bucket list things I've done in the past. You can't remember all the details, and if you don't have pictures from it, that memory fades. So I really like recording experiences, bucket list items, things like that, and vacations are definitely at the top because I feel like we always try and do a few bucket list type things every time we go somewhere. So I'd say vacations, experiences. Number 3, are you a buy it all or use your stash type scrapbooker? I think I have like a good balance. I don't really have a huge stash, and I don't really want a huge stash. I think that would overwhelm me easily. So I try and balance. If I'm going to buy something, I want to try and make sure I use that much in my stash, so my stash isn't really growing, it's just kind of rotating with new stuff. So I mean, you can kind of see, like, this is like single papers I get from like Michael's, wherever they kind of have single sheets you can buy, and then my paper pads, like that's kind of my paper stash. So, and then my Raskog, so like my alphabets are all on top, those are all the alphabets I have, and then some like stamps and stuff, and like behind me I got a few things. I can do a scrap room tour if anyone's interested. I'd have to clean it up, but let me know if you're interested. I'll show you. It'll probably take 5 minutes. But I think I kind of do a little bit of both. I am pretty frugal when I buy stuff, so I want to make sure it's either on sale, I have a coupon. I really tried to stick to Tuesday mornings as the main place I buy things, just because everything is marked down already 40 to 70% off, so I get really good deals there. Other than that, though, I'm not a huge buyer. I really try and strategically buy things when I need to or when it's on sale. So I think I kind of try and do a little bit of both, but definitely try and use my stash because I don't want it building up to where I get overwhelmed. So number 4, what do you need to be in your perfect scrappy mood? Example, wine, your favorite binge-worthy show, or silence? Netflix or Hulu, a movie, something on TV. I have to have something in the background. I'm fortunate enough, this is my little scrap room nook, but it's actually like a little loft on top of the kitchen that looks out over the rest of my house, because my house is basically one big room. So I am fortunate enough where I can look down into the living room and see TV, and my remote barely reaches from here. So you might see in my video the remote in the screen sometime, you trying to like reach the TV. But yeah, I usually put on something that I don't have to focus on. Like if it's like something I really have to pay attention because it's a mystery drama something, I'll save that so where I can really concentrate on it. But I binge on The Office like 24/7. I don't know how many times I've ran through that show because it'll end and I'll start it over again. I love having The Office on in the background. Silly shows like Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, something like that. That kind of like, I don't have to watch it to know what's going on. So yeah, Netflix and Hulu. Let's see, number 5, are you more of a literal scrapper or can random embellishments be on your page just because it's cute? I think I used to be a really literal scrapper. Like if it was a fishing themed layout, I would want fish on the layout. Like if it was a horse themed layout, I'd want horses on the layout. I would never put a flamingo on a layout of a person just because. But now I think I kind of, I don't know. I think now I'm more okay with using random icons, especially if it just goes with the vibe of the page. Like last year I scrapbooked a Hawaii trip and I used a lot of My Mind's Eye Palm Beach, and it had a ton of flamingos and like pineapples, and we didn't see any flamingos or pineapples, but it's a very tropical collection and it all felt very Hawaii, so I put them all on the page because I don't want things building up in my stash just because it's a random icon. I'd rather use it, and it still kind of went, like, it still felt like Hawaii even though there was a flamingo on there and we didn't see any flamingos. So I'm okay with that. And like Felicity Jane I've been using a lot recently, and they always have those cute little bicycles, and I've been putting bicycles on page. There's no reason a bicycle should be on the page, but it's cute. So I think I'm more okay with using random icons now than I used to be, but I used to be super, super literal. Like if it didn't go exactly with the theme of the page, I didn't use it. But yeah, I guess that's how you change as you grow. Number 6, how many pages do you scrap in a certain amount of time? I think it really varies. I think now that I do YouTube, when I started YouTube, I'm like, I'm gonna challenge myself to do 1 video a week. So I might make a few layouts. I might not be happy with some of them, but if there was one good enough I thought that I could do a video for, then I'd do a video. So I think at least 1, because I would want to have 1 video a week. But it varies. Like sometimes I can sit down on a weekend if it's like cold outside and we're not doing anything, it's kind of a chill weekend, and just scrapbook. I can get 5 pages done in a day, especially if it's like a crop weekend. There's online crops, especially like International Scrapbooking Day, where everyone's posting like 10 challenges. I try and just really bang out a bunch of pages. But I think on average, between 1 and 5 a week maybe. It really does vary though, because sometimes I'll go a week on 1 page and then I'll just bang out a ton, and then 1 week I won't do any. So it kind of varies, but I think that's an accurate range. Favorite collection from 2018? I I kind of don't think I have a favorite collection, actually. I kind of think I thought there were pretty things from different collections and cute things from different collections. I love One Canoe too, but I really don't have any of it that I've used. I really liked their collections though. I just don't really see any of it in my area. I don't know, I've mentioned this in a previous video that I don't really get attached to collections easily. The last one I can remember really falling in love with was Pink Paisley's Moonstruck, and I went on like a warpath to try and find that product. And that's the last collection I really was like, oh, I love it, I have to find it. And but that was like 2016, I think. So other than that, I just kind of use what I like as I find it. I haven't really had a collection that I was like, oh my god, I need it. Other than Felicity Jane, I just started using Felicity Jane, and I'm obsessed with it. So you could count that, I guess, especially the Hannah kit, which I just finished using. Yeah, I loved that one. As far as this upcoming year, for anyone who's watched the CHA, I am obsessed with Heidi Swapp's Wolfpack. Oh, I need it. That's my next one. And if you guys watched her interview when she's going through it, like, you'll tear up because it's such an emotional collection. And right when I saw it, I knew what it was about, but then just to hear her talk about it, it's a piece of her like soul that she put into that collection, and I loved it anyways, but just knowing the backstory made it super emotional. So that'll be my one for 2019. I love Wolfpack. I'm gonna have to find that one somewhere. Number 8, what is one scrappy technique that you have never or rarely tried that you wish you were good at? Stamping. You guys, if you've watched my How to Kill a Kit with Style for this month, stamping. I need to get better at stamping. I love it. I love mixed media too. I'm not as afraid as mixed media though as stamping, which is weird because I mean I think mixed media can go way more wrong than stamping can, but I'm just such horrible at stamping. I need to get better. That's the one thing. What color combo do you think we should see more of? I really don't know. Most of my favorite color combos are out there and are popular, so I don't really think we need more of them. I would like to see more like jewel tone colors, like maroon, navy, the kind of deeper rich colors, because there's a lot of aqua and light pink and those really pastel-y pretty colors, and I wish there was more of that dramatic color because I really like using those types of papers. But as far as color combo, I'm really not sure. I really like the navy and blush collections that have been out recently, but there were like 3 just in the past year or so that were navy and blush, so I wouldn't say we really need more of that, but I like it. And then last question, are you at all worried our hobby is fading out? Any ideas how to help it keeping from being so? So I think it was. I feel like it was definitely fading maybe 10 years ago. But to be honest, right now, I feel like with the increase in social media, there's so many more people doing YouTube and Instagram to share this hobby. I kind of feel like it's growing. It may not be as big as maybe it used to be, but I definitely don't think it's fading. My local scrapbooking store is closing, and I'm really sad about that. Paper Dreams, I loved them. So I think it's really hard for like privately owned small businesses. But I mean, we have Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Tuesday Mornings, Joann's all around here in the same area. And I feel like there's been more scrapbooking stuff than ever there. So I feel like it's been growing lately. I definitely feel like keeping up with the social media and people sharing what they make and the Facebook groups where people can collaborate is really going to help increase our hobby. I definitely hope it never fades out. I will never let it fade out, but and it's not just up to me. But those are my 10 questions. So thanks guys for watching. Definitely play along. If you're a YouTuber, please. If you're not a YouTuber, I would still like to hear your answers to the questions. They're linked below. You can leave them in the comments or message me or Facebook or wherever. I'd love to hear everyone else's thoughts on them. But yeah, that's my tag. So thank you, Christy's Beautiful Life. I hadn't met you yet. Moira actually introduced me to you by tagging me in your videos, so I'm excited to see what everyone else does. But yeah, till next time. Bye guys.